Fail production. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've got game 3 out of 5 today for EU Starladder Day 20. That's number 3. Count
Yeah.
'em, 3 LD.
Oh, yeah.
And
Good match coming up.
yeah, Cloud9 versus the Retry.
1-8, the retry. I feel like they could have won a few of those games. Maybe they deserve to have like 3 wins. Well,
Yeah.
not deserve, but they could have easily had 3 wins is what I'm saying here. So,
They've played better than 1-7 would have you believe.
in some ways, but then they've also thrown games that they probably should have won. So, you could argue you are what your record is, right? It's like
Yeah.
you're just as good as what your record says, but
And
they've had some close calls.
yeah, Cloud9 have only played a handful of games, though. They have very few. They are 4-2 right now, so low on the losses, but they've only played 6 games, so still a huge
There's
margin for error.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that you play a total of 15 games, right? One against
Mhm.
each team, and they're one of the teams that's going to have like that long stretch over the next week where they're playing games, sometimes several games every day.
Yeah, and it's exciting for us at least. I'm looking forward to more Cloud9.
You started smirking,
I
like.
was just excited. I was just smiling.
Uh-huh.
Isn't there a Cloud9 Alliance game? Is it tomorrow?
I'm not sure.
There's a big Cloud9 Alliance game coming up soon. Yeah, it's not today,
Gotcha.
but I saw it on the schedule. I think you and Gods are casting it.
Okay.
I don't
Sounds
know.
good.
I was glancing at the schedule. Let's take a look at our in-game here, and wow, Cloud9. Yeah, okay, we're ready to rock and roll. So I think our lag issues have been fixed. At least our initial tests seem to be pretty good. So sorry once again, folks. We were aware of the lag issues, and again, just to clear the air, it was not on our side. It was a Twitch delivery issue. So
Or something. They're not sure
Or
what it is.
something,
They're
but-
looking into it.
it was not the BTS internet. Our internet is good. Gosh darn it! Don't you insult our fiber optics.
You're going to jinx this shit, man. I don't like the way this is going.
All right, all right. I was trying to stand up for our internet, but
Our internet stands on its own merits, such as they were. So, interesting draft so far. I think the one thing that jumps out at me is there's been no Visage ban. And against Cloud9, they've already got the Luna here. They can add the Chen. And generally that is AUI's hero, so I guess the chances of a Visage pick are somewhat reduced, but
Mhm.
yeah, pretty unusual to see a team not ban Visage versus Cloud9, in all honesty. They do
Yeah.
ban Ancient Apparition, the retry, and the Ember. Was a first overall pick, Invoker. Nothing really too much to say about that.
yeah.
Chen Luna, very strong pushing lineup. This is where I feel like you probably want to be going Quas Wex. It is the better build just in general to really slow down the push.
Mhm.
But we'll see what they do.
Yes, I completely agree with you. We see Cloud9 grab that Luna Chen combo with their first 2 picks semi-often, if it's available to them at least. Because like you said, there is a lot of pushing synergy between the Aura and the Chen creeps. I've got the hiccups here, LD. They've got Wisp here as their 3rd pick, which is a hero that Cloud9 have been working in quite a
They
bit
love
recently.
their
They-
Wisp.
they really
Pylai
like
Dai
them.
loves Wisp.
Yeah.
This is a team that likes to play greedy, and Wisp is a great support to have backing up a hero like Luna. Obviously very strong with the Chen heal. You can get the double heal from the Tether. So this Luna will be very survivable potentially. At the same time, it does make Cloud9 not very strong in the team fights without a lot of farm on this Luna. And there's a Doom to deal with her. So that's where I wonder, is the Wisp and Chen going to be enough? You can send her back. You can also Tether relocate her out. The Luna probably shouldn't die if she gets doomed, but like we saw in the earlier game, if you get doomed and you get sent back, sure, you live, but
You're still out of the fight.
you still don't have your carry for the team fight, and
Yeah.
it can fall apart. So
Unless you have boots of travel, yeah, that whole strategy just it's sort of a very mild way to kind of say, okay, Doom, you won't get a kill, but you're still achieving your goal there. Looks like there was a little hiccup on the stream, perhaps right as I was talking about how
I warned you.
amazing our internet is. All right, maybe I need to take heed to
Yeah.
LD's jinxing advice and
Well,
keep my big mouth shut.
I mean, in that case, I guess it's a Twitch issue. I'm just going to let them know real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. You go for it. I wouldn't mind seeing the Retry grab themselves a Disruptor hero, a support hero that works pretty well against Wisp, and just a solid support in general. I'm really never disappointed to see a Disruptor, but wouldn't be too bad for him right here. Silence as well, not bad against Chen, and Luna for that matter. I don't know. Are you a Disruptor fan? Are you a Disruptor guy, LD?
It's good versus Wisp. It's good versus Clockwork.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty good support this game. The only issue with Disruptor is just that he doesn't have like proper lockdown. Sure, you've got the Glimpse kinetic field, but then again, they've got Invoker and Doom, so they've got plenty of proper lockdown from their cores. So yeah, they definitely could have gone for Disruptor.
But they take Visage, and
Yeah.
we can't fault them for that.
Visage-
God tier hero.
Yeah, that hero is just it's surprising to see him slip through. Normally he gets banned by this stage of the draft.
Yeah.
In fact, like almost every team, I would say, in the West is banning him by this stage. But
Yeah.
it gives the retry a lot of damage, and will definitely be helpful. It's pretty annoying to play against Luna later on, though, as Visage, because your familiars just melt to the glaives, and she hits so hard in general with items. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Visage is still a good pick here.
Yeah, and I see somebody in chat asking, and I should have cleared the air earlier. This is Pylai die drafting. It is not Eternal Envy. I know he's #1 on the roster list, but the Starladder overlay does not correlate with the drafter. It's just Eternal Envy's at the top of the list. It is Pylai die drafting and PGG drafting for the retry. So my bad for not announcing that a little bit earlier. Final bans popping out. It will be Puck as well as Slark taken out of the pool. I like the Puck ban here. Would have been a nice mid-hero to try and tango with that Invoker. A nice tempo controller as well. What could Cloud9 do here?
Well, they need Saint Saints here. I think something that's more of a semi-carry is going to be ideal. You don't want...
Mirana.
Yeah, something like a Mirana, something that can do damage and isn't just a pure initiator. So Mirana's a likely pick. Puck is banned.
I suppose Storm is an option, but not a really great Storm.
I think Mirana's a bit better. Storm is just very vulnerable to getting ganked early.
Right.
And they're running Chen Wisp, so they're running supports that need their levels. They don't want to have to devote a support to camping mid or backing the Storm up. And you're up against CM Visage. Really strong ganking combo. So I think Mirana's probably the ideal hero here. Plus, they needed a little more lockdown. I mean, all they had was Hookshot and Lucent Beam, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, Mirana's definitely
and whatever Chen can grab.
Yeah.
War Stomps and what have you. Thunder Claps from those
Yeah,
Ursas.
just not, like, reliable crowd control. And sure, Arrow's not reliable in general, but this is Sing Sing. He's going to hit his arrows.
I was going to say, it's more reliable in the hands of Sing Sing.
Ooh.
The retry, they'll grab themselves the Bone Fletcher. Mr. Clinks there.
I love Clinks against Io. He just melts that hero so fast.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, she's got really poor armor. She's not that tanky.
Is Wisp actually a girl? You just seemed very confident with the she right there. I don't know.
Whatever. The ball.
I'm not sure how Wisps reproduce.
Who says they reproduce?
Well, so
maybe
just
it was
one Wisp ever.
It was immaculately conceived. It's like a god or something.
They just pop out of nowhere. The Tree of Life says, "We need more Wisps," and just they come out of the roots and.
Well, how do they come in? How do they spawn in Warcraft 3?
Some crazy night elf shit. I don't know. You go to your tree and you say, "I want a wisp," and then 5 seconds later, a new wisp pops
just, like,
out.
Poops it out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it comes from. I never really thought about.
They like
the lore
teleport
that
it from
much.
the other dimension or something.
Yeah, it's some of that crazy night elf magic. But
I do like Clinks a lot here, though. Cloud9 do not have that much proper lockdown for Clinks. Like, there's no Storm on their team. They don't have a Doom. In theory, they can kill him, but it's not an easy kill. It requires a good hook shot. From the Clockwork, and then just some follow-up, and, well, Clinks is not the easiest hero to gank in general, so...
Yes.
I think Clinks is a good fit here. The only thing with the retry is their draft's a bit greedy, and Cloud9 are running Chen Luna, so they can start pushing the Tier 1, maybe even the Tier 2 very early top.
Yeah, this is going to be one of these tri-core lineups from the retry, where Doom, Invoker, and Clinks are all going to need a lot of farm, and the supports will be just farming away in the jungle. I'm curious if they're going to do a 2-1-2 lineup here, or if it's just going to be a PGG off-lane Doom. The 2-1-2 seems to make a little bit more sense, because both Doom and Clinks are heroes that like experience. And
well, what's probably going to be is just Visage will be doing the pulse bottom, CM will just be jungling with Frostbite, and Doom will start off-lane, and if he has a lot of trouble, then he'll just go to the woods.
Right.
But... because they have the CM, they don't really need to lane her. She can just be in the woods and get experience that way.
Yeah.
Whereas for Cloud9, pretty standard lanes. Mirana going mid, Clockwork off lane. They'll just be cog blocking and pulling the wave back.
Yeah. Cog blocking.
Cog blocking.
No, I know. I heard you. You're spot on. It just
Jesus, you're infantile today.
Chuckle. Yeah.
I
can't deny it.
I like how this Luna paused.
I was just thinking that. I was like,
that's pretty badass.
Yeah, even his nameplate is like off to the side. Oh man, I hopped to the role playing cam at the wrong time. But
role playing.
What's that actually called? The showcase view.
Showcase view.
Oh, I call it role playing mode because you're really getting into the.
Oh, Clinks looks pretty badass.
Getting into the
showcase
thick
mode.
of it. Does he? Oh, this is a cool Clink set as well. What is this helmet?
Yeah,
it's a Demon Guise of the Vandal. Wow.
All right, I guess we should cast the game.
Yeah, we didn't miss much. We were stuck in a pause. What are you going to do? There will actually be a big death train coming out from both sides. 5 from the retry headed to the top, and 5 from Cloud9 headed to the bottom. So both teams with the same idea in mind. Let's take a look at the ward situation here. Luna with a couple of sentries. Wisp with a few observers as well. We'll put one down right here on this side of the tree line, which...
do we have in-game sound, by the way?
We do not. Good call, LT. You're on point. And what are TR going to do? They have not dropped a ward quite yet. Android P. He will go ahead and block the pull camp as well.
This CM and Doom are getting hated upon right now.
Why?
Well, because all their camps are being warded.
Oh, yeah, I was... Okay. When you said that, I clicked them. I was like, why? What happened? Okay, I see. Yeah, all of their...
And the Retry are trying to match them here.
Every single camp! What do you do? Chen's going to be in the other jungle.
Yeah, and CM Visage are okay at contesting the Chen, but the main issue is just that the CM's really slow, and it's hard to even get in range. Plus, there's still a sentry on the Chen. He'll be able to de-ward this big camp if he does it right. So, yeah, 5 camps blocked.
This is, both teams are... How many wards can we put down to the jungle to get this game started?
But the funny thing is the Retry are going aggressive, so they might actually just be farming this camp anyway. They didn't see anyone from Cloud9 in their own jungle. They're probably anticipating that Cloud9 is just doing something clowny in their wood, so they're like, you know what, let's just go aggressive. Little do they know that this is working out beautifully, and Pylidai is going to block his own camp here, so the Doom has nothing to eat as of yet. CM has nothing to farm. AUI, not yet going for a D-ward. He finds an Alpha Wolf. Yeah, how many camps have actually spawned this game? 3?
Yep.
Just 3 camps.
2 Alpha Wolves, and then we got some trolls here. Berserkers and Priests. One of the least favorable camps.
And now they'll just start contesting this pull. Pylidai should get his experience. The Retry are going aggressive, and if they're just leeching experience off the pull, they're not going to be happy as Eternal Envy wraps around. He doesn't have Lucent Beam yet, though.
Yeah, this is sort of an awkward... I'm not sure has the advantage here in this 3v3 scenario.
Well, Screen, he's eating the wrong tree as well. He's getting stuck. He needs to eat another tree. He eats the wrong tree again. Now he's used all 3 tangos. He's still going to go down. Oh, Screen, what you doing?
And now Android P in some trouble. He may make it out. Lucent Beam, will it be enough? They may just have to turn on PGG. That Tether doing some serious work. And will they make this a double kill? Eternal Envy finishes him off. Actually, no, Chen gets the last hit. Lucent Beam, not quite enough, but the first blood did come out for the Luna. So Cloud9 find an easy 2-0 to get things started, and now the retry.
And what do they do, right? Because they have 5 camps warded, it's too early to just abandon. And AUI is just taking over the jungle. He eats the Wild Wind Ripper, so that denies the Doom another creep. Then bottom lane, there's a dive as well. The Clockwork Bone 7 trying to harass Nubik. Does have the level 2 battery assault, but he is not going to get a solo kill. No dust. Actually, Clinks is not taking a point Skeleton Walk yet.
Yeah.
He went for the early point Strafe, which you very rarely do.
Yeah.
Especially against Clockwork, if you go Invis, battery assault doesn't hit you, so... He's lucky he didn't get caught by Bone 7, or that probably would have been a solo kill.
It's a very greedy build that Clinks is opening with.
Just here. A weird build. Like, what is the point of an early Strafe? Maybe if you're trying to push the tower, but...
Yeah,
the late creeps were at his own tower, so I don't know. That's pretty questionable.
Yeah, not so mana efficient as a level 1 spell. We will see that Wild Wing Ripper get picked off, so TR will get a little boost there, but it was a great heads-up play for Aoi 2000 here to grab that Wild Wing Ripper. That would have been great for Doom. Giving him that extra bit of armor would have made his laning time so much easier. But now he's still stuck at that 0 starting armor, and PGG actually at half health. Could be a kill potential if Cloud9 rotate over.
They're all level 2, though. Like, what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Wisp is already level 3.
Pylidai has not a fear in the world right here. He uses those balls, and he says, hey, PGG, take some damage. I'll tether over the tree line. And now these trolls coming in. That's finally something going the way of Doom. He'll get the ensnare, but...
Given the way the tri-lane's developing, they need their solos to be crushing their 1v1 matchups. ZXC's 11-7. He is winning a tiny bit versus Saint Seen. He got a double damage rune. And the Clinks is doing okay, 13-1, but he's had almost all his mana burned. He doesn't even have the mana for Windwalk, and he could easily give up a solo kill. If Bone 7 just sends in a Dust when he hits level 6, he can definitely kill the Clinks. Not right now when he's low HP, but if he maybe heals up first and then goes, so...
Yep.
Look out to see if Nubik actually wins the lane. He has definitely not won it yet, and Envy's free farming against the tri-lane, so... I would honestly say all 3 lanes are either breaking even or being lost. Although, as I say that...
Yeah, now it's exactly right. Envy in some trouble, and they'll grab a kill. Wisp tethers in, but just not enough, and Android P grabs a kill.
I jinxed him, man. Bottom lane, Bone 7 going for the solo kill, but he doesn't quite have it. Nubik ends up outlasting him.
Wow.
There was a creep there tanking some of the battery assault damage, and with the creep there, Nubik barely had the damage to bring him down. If the creep wasn't there, he would have gotten the solo kill.
Yeah, Sing Sing will grab the 4-minute rune. It looks like it is a regeneration. Oh, no, it gets denied by the Forge Spirit. Nicely done by ZXC on the Invoker. Meanwhile, up top, Pylai Dai gets caught inside of a Frostbite. Scorched Earth, the nuke from Visage. They get a kill on the EO, but they'll get a return kill on the Visage. And Eternal Envy will be the one to grab that last hit. Doom standing his ground for now. Scorched Earth just about to expire. They won't be able to secure a kill. War Stomp on that Centaur, not up for another 10 seconds. PGG looking to get a little more aggressive here, and we'll just go ahead and eat that Centaur.
They're also running Exor Invoker, so we could see a Sunstrike top. Surprised he's not even going for one, as Envy's almost in kill range.
Yeah.
Envy's at 250 health. Now he's healing up a bit with the Tango, but yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Bottom lane, again, they're going in, and Nubik again gets the solo kill.
Yeah.
Bone 7's just feeding at this point.
Yeah, it's one of those things, if you can catch the Clinks and grab the kill, it's great, but now that he's kind of inverse snowballing, Clockwork halfway through level 5, Clinks is now halfway through level 7. Oh no, this is actually a little scary for Cloud9 on that front. Their lead is starting to evaporate. Experience Edge going the way of TR by just about 1,000 already in this game.
Oh, they've rotated in mid. They want to make a go here on the Invoker, but I don't think they'll be able to. Bone 7 might even try this again. He's almost, once he hits level 6, if the Click sticks around, he is very low HP. And he has no mana for Windwalk right now, but there's no hook shot yet, so I'll have to wait. Meanwhile, top, they're trying to dive, won't find anyone. But yeah, I'm just keeping my eyes on bottom now at this point. Bone 7, he's gotten 2 deaths, trying to go for the solo kill. He'll try to do it again with the cogs, but cannot catch the Clink.
Yeah, this is very atypical of Bone 7. He's traditionally a very good Clockwork player.
Top lane, are they going to go? No, not yet.
Wisp Spirits doing some damage, but uh-oh, they'll find themselves an Alley 2000. Scorched Earth is on. There's a Centaur War Stomp hidden in that belly of PGG, and Owie could be in some trouble here.
Bone 7's level 6, but the Clinks does have Windwalk. As long as he maintains above 75 mana, he shouldn't die, but yeah, AUI,
he's
going to go down.
See ya.
Actually, the Clinks, can he get a solo kill? No mana to chase. Bone 7's low, and meanwhile,
they find a kill on the Visage. So while they're chasing down Owie, Visage gets left behind, and Eternal Envy does grab that one.
And now Sing Sing says, I got you, Bone 7. I got your back, my friend.
Yeah.
He's coming for the gank.
Clinks is low on mana, just barely getting enough for the Skeleton Walk now with the double Sage's Mask.
They've got Dust on the Chen. He's TP'd in for the gank.
And it is nighttime. That makes Arrow a little bit more difficult to dodge. There's the Dust. Hook shot. Easy kill. Sing Sing grabs the last hit with that double damage rune. So great teamwork from Cloud9. They do find a recovery for Clockwork. And more importantly, slow down that farm of Nubik.
Very important kill. Clinks was snowballing. Had 2 solo kills, was the lead farmer. That will slow him down. And yeah, he's just a bit squishy right now. Top lane, they're diving Envy.
And there's the Sunstrike as well. That'll secure the kill. ZXC gets the experience for it.
And now mid, I think they want to go in. They've got an arrow ready. Cloud9 are just all over the place.
Sing Sing lines it up, but off the mark, and they may still go in regardless. Double damage rune on Sing Sing for a little while longer. There's the Starstorm. They'll leap forward, and they secure the kill without the arrow. Nicely done. This is a bloodbath. 12 kills in sets here, LD.
Yeah. I did not expect the solo kills for the Clinks bottom. That was because Bone 7 thought he could force it and just slightly underestimated the Clinks' damage. Top lane, I guess it was try on try in some ways. You expect a lot of action there, but yeah. I just like the movement from Cloud9 a lot, though. The lanes were going okay for them. They were winning top a bit, but they had to put pressure on the Clinks. They did it, and they've slowed down him. But now top lane, Doom onto Pylai Dai.
Uh-oh, that'll be a kill as the Sunstrike comes in. They don't even need it. Bone 7 hookshots in. He grabs Android P, doing a lot of damage with that battery assault. It'll be enough for a kill, and now Screen as well as PGG could be in some trouble. No, Screen barely survives.
Oh, the wraparound's coming now. Moonlight Shadow.
And EE, he should be able to grab this kill, no problem. No, it'll be Chen to grab the last hit. They've got PGG setting their sights. Chen will actually grab a double kill as the Shockwave from the Satyr finishes him off. So all in all, a good exchange for Cloud9, and even better for Chen, who grabs a double kill.
Nicely done. At the same time, they lose their Clockwork there. The Clinks is free farming bottom. Midas is up on Invoker, so it's a good win for Cloud9, but when you're running Chen Luna, you generally want to take a tower after those kills, and they just don't quite have critical mass to do it yet. AUI's got the 2 Satyrs up. He could get a 3rd creep soon, but they just didn't have... The heroes respawn too quickly right now, and they weren't at the tower, so still okay for the retry. Gold, experience, almost dead even right now, and you go into this mid-game. That's where TR are running a Tricore. They're not to be underestimated. At the same time, Cloud9... It's a Luna Wisp. That's very scary. So it will. This game's just going to come down to mid-game execution. Who gets the ganks?
Yep.
Who gets the pickoffs? Or their timely relocates or sendbacks? That will decide the game.
Absolutely. Like you mentioned, ZXC now has his Hand of Midas up. He's rotated into the jungle for now, getting a little bit of extra farm.
And Bone Seven's making a move bottom again onto the Clinks.
Looks like Nubik could be in some trouble. He's got the first Oblivion Staff complete. There's the hook shot on the mark. Cogs, Dust, Battery Assault, Wisps coming in for follow-up damage. That'll be an easy kill, but Pylai Die actually almost falls to the damage that Clinks was able to put out. Still, nice setup, and Bone 7, he's making some recovery after those failed attempts in the lane.
And now they've got Relocate, so if there's a dive top, they could jump in, and that might happen right now.
Speak of the devil, there's the Eclipse coming out from Luna, but he'll take a Sunstrike, just barely survives, eats the wand charges, and will scoot back to safety, but not for long.
Now they relocate.
Visage finishes him off, and yep, exactly right. Screen, taking some damage. Oh, Pylai Die, he falls to the doom, and Bone 7, he's taking the ultimate. This is bad for Cloud9. I think they'll be able to get this kill. No, perhaps not.
It looked like AUI or Envy thought they were going to relocate, so he looked to take the fight, and then they wanted to, I guess, finish the tower bottom, or, you know, decided not to go, whatever the case was. So then he tried to run, but Soul Assumption's got really long range, so he died anyway. That was looked like just miscommunication.
And then they relocated, and it ended up being a kill on the Wisp.
Yeah.
And Clockwork gets zoned out. So
if they had come in right away, I think it would have gone better. Now it's going to be tougher, though. Familiars are here. They'll stun these TPing heroes in as they retreat out. Oh, they missed one.
And Wisp will tether to Chen along the creep line. Dark Troll Summoner throws out the Ensnare. There's the Shockwave from the Satyr, but they just don't have the damage to secure the kill. Eternal Envy's rejoined the fray, but of course no Eclipse online, and Doom will just walk away.
Clinks has just decided bottom lane is not the place for me anymore. That's not where I want to be. He's just, you know, I'll go gank mid, I'll go farm the enemy woods, anywhere but bottom, please.
Yeah, Sing Sing does have a haste rune on. He gets pinged out, just expires, and nope, Clinks will actually just rotate on through, and we'll head back down towards the bottom lane. Sing Sing's still not out of the clear, though. Crystal Maiden is wrapping around.
And,
Hello,
and top lane, they maybe want to go in here with the Luna Wisp. Nope, not yet.
And the follow-up just isn't there from ZXC. He will connect with a Sunstrike and actually a Cold Snap.
There's a backstab on top from the Familiars, though. They're coming in fast. Working out Pylai Die. Boy, he drops in a hurry.
He is squishy. Squishmaster.
And while that was happening, they got the Invoker mid. This is just 21 kills in 11 minutes. What a bloody game.
Yeah.
Invoker goes down. Looks like it was a hook shot to set it up, and he has no points of X. They had Dust anyway, so no way for him to get out.
Doom comes out on Eternal Envy up top.
Too fast?
They
Can
want
actually
to
get him?
pursue. Oh, these Familiars are just not fast enough. They don't have Gargoyle form. Oh, no. That's one of them down, but Pylai Die, he takes a Soul Assumption, and jeez Louise, that's a lot of damage. Visage
Envy
will
was
fall to
running
Luna,
at
though.
them while he was doomed. That's how good this Wisp support is. At just keeping Envy alive, letting him turn around, and now he's going to start forcing the tower a bit.
Yeah, needs to be a little careful, though. CM is now rotated in. And
They cannot chase this. There's a relocate from the Wisp. This could turn around quickly.
but the Sunstrike, that may be what they needed to turn this around. Level Death just does no damage. Bad bit of RNG for PGG right there. And well, I don't know if RNG is the right word, but bad level death to level combo, I guess, with the multiplier, and won't be nearly enough for the kill.
Are they trying to set up on the Clinks here bottom? No Dust on the Wisp, so they'll need the Clockwork here if they want to get this kill. Right now, Bone 7 farming mid. Looks like it could be a signature Blade Mail coming out early. And Sing Sing's just hunting.
Bone 7, he was the guy that pioneered the Armlet Clockwork, correct?
Also the Orchid Clockwork,
Yeah.
which I like quite a bit as well.
Just so basically Clockwork plus interesting item that has a lot of utility.
Yeah, just anything that's not like a common Clockwork. Oh, speaking of Bone 7, he finds Nubik.
And cancel casting the hook shot, does throw it after the Ghost Walk comes and will be off the mark. And he will just about face, so a noble effort, but kind of a wasted cooldown there in the end.
The Chen's top right now, so if they overcommit to this push, maybe they TP in a few heroes, and looks like Cloud9 just won it back. The tower gets denied, though. Nicely done by Nubik.
Yep.
They're chasing him. Rana leaping forward, off the mark with the arrow.
And actually the dust falls a bit short as well from the Wisp. But up top, relocate in. They want to catch Screen as well as Android P. They'll both take a lot of damage. Moonlight Shadow comes out straight away. Doom ultimate now onto Sing Sing's Mirana. In comes Eternal Envy. He'll finish off Visage with a Lucent Beam. He does have an Eclipse online here. Relocate back. And
this Wisp is just saving heroes left, right, and center. Although they brought back the doomed Sing Sing. Maybe should have just left him top.
Yeah, he will throw an arrow. Connects it point blank with Nubik. They ping it out. They know he's right there.
Oh, he can't chase this. Maybe he's thinking with the Sunstrike. It looked like they wanted to get 1 or 2 Searing Arrows into a Sunstrike, but would have been very risky.
Yeah, there was dust on the Wisp, but it was stuck on cooldown for another 20 seconds, so Clinks was safe on that front, but yeah, they can do a lot of damage output if he shows his face.
From what I heard, Pylite did not have a good day yesterday. There was a lot of criticism for his play, but he's been playing like a boss this game, and now mid lane they're diving. They got the kill in the Clinks bottom, but they're going to lose Bone 7 in return mid. Still, though, this Clinks, after a great start in the lane, got two solo kills, and now just getting crushed. 3 deaths since then.
And this fight in the mid isn't over yet. Eternal Envy comes in. They go to pursue. Sing Sing connects with an arrow. There's the Eclipse coming out from EE. They'll turn it around onto PGG as well as Screen, and that will make it a 1 for 2 in the mid lane, a 1 for 3 across the map if you count the Clinks. And Cloud9 will find a favorable exchange. Now they've got a 3,000 gold lead, 5,000 experience lead. All of this fighting has come out in the Dire's favor, and it looks like they will just rotate into the Roche pit. A smart choice. The Luna Aura as well as the Chen creeps will make this a bit easier.
Yeah, Clinks doesn't have Orchid yet. Visage, Familiars, where are they? Does he actually have any Familiars out right now?
They might
The
have
ult's
been
on
picked
cooldown
off.
for a minute. I think he lost his Familiars. So yeah, there's no Familiars for this fight. There's no Cost Wex Invoker, so not that much AoE for the pit. No points in Wex as of yet. No Doom, or actually Doom is online now, but he's not really in the fight, so this is going to be a difficult fight for the retry. Then again, there's no Eclipse either. Both teams missing a lot of their key spells.
Yep, they'll throw a Dust, and it is off the mark, but still they know Burst is safe. They commit to it. He gets finished off. Aegis goes the way of Luna, and up top, PGG. He's in some trouble. He will fall, and that will burn the Aegis as Luna's about to come back up, but it will cost Nubik his life.
Worth it for the Aegis. They get the 2 kills there, and they're on cores. The Clinks and the Doom both dying again. I don't know if they can chase down Android P. There's no relocate here. Actually, there is, but there's no mana for it. Or he could have probably gone. He's actually going for a long-range tether. Arrow just off the mark.
Yep. Noble effort from Cloud9. If that arrow had connected, probably would have been an easy kill, but still another great exchange for Cloud9. It's an Aegis for 2, and it's not only 2 heroes, but 2 very important heroes, Clinks as well as Doom. And it's not just a couple of supports, but very valuable targets. Right now, Invoker is the one that's going to be a little bit scary. He's got his 4 staff up, but he's right at the top on net worth, just barely behind that of Eternal Envy and Sing Sing. And on the level chart, he's, well, right in the middle of the pack as well, sitting level 11.
Yeah, early 4 staff, good if the clockwork goes on him and just gives him some extra mobility, which makes up for not having any points of Wex.
Yep.
And he's got the double Forge Spirits, but this Clinks is just so far behind. 2 Oblivion staffs out. And I say he's far behind. The Orchid timing isn't awful, but remember, he got 2 solo kills in his lane.
Yeah.
He's died 4 times since then, has no assists. His creep score is also pretty underwhelming. 75 CS at 16 minutes, so Cloud9, they just made the necessary adjustments. Bone 7 was just getting rolled, so they rotate the supports in and they turn it around.
Yeah, speaking of Bone 7, he's kind of in no man's land right now, but he'll find himself a Clinks down bottom, connects with the hook shot. There's the Dust, the Blade Mail, and see you later, Clinks. EE comes in with a Lucent Beam to finish him off, and they'll grab another kill. Bone 7, he's been hungry for vengeance since that early laning phase.
This is where if you're the Clinks, you should probably play like Eternal Envy has in the past, where you stop farming your own lanes. Go into their woods, farm somewhere unexpected. When he shows himself in the lane, he's just asking for that to happen. Meanwhile, middle lane, they're going to go here.
Yep, they finish off that tier 1 tower. Sing Sing just continuing to poke away. Does get a stun on ZXC. Will he have enough damage for the solo kill? Doesn't look like it, but there's the relocate. And they will secure it. The courier almost falls, but they'll settle for the Invoker. And Luna gets a kill on the Visage as well. Sing Sing going deep. He wants screen. There's the all heal from Chen.
Well,
and arrow off the mark. Had to guess one way or the other, though.
Yeah, just guessed it, and the hero ran the other way, the CM. But still worth it. They kill the Invoker again. Bone 7's waiting for a hook shot. And he's going to find the CM.
Wow. There you go. So now all of a sudden, this was a pretty even game, and Cloud9 just jumping ahead.
How did he get vision there? Didn't he hook? When did he? Didn't he rocket after he hooked? No, I guess he rocketed first. I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was gonna say that's like the most Gosu hook I've ever seen. But I guess he got vision from the rocket.
So that's like a 1 for 3 in the mid lane, a tier 1 and a tier 2 tower kill, and they picked off the Clinks right
Just look at the graph. It was dead even through 12 minutes, and then the game fell apart.
Massacre. 15,000 experience lead, 10,000 gold lead. Yeah, that's a lot of red floating to the top of the experience graph.
And Saint is not done yet. He's hunting Nubik bottom. The arrow's gonna fly, and it's gonna connect.
That's a 5-second arrow, and Sing Sing should be able to grab an easy kill right here. There's that extra star.
This guy. They have this observer ward here, so he had some vision to set it up, but still, what a player indeed.
Yep, 5-second stun. The big problem right now is not so much that Cloud9 have the top end of the hero level chart, but the supports on the Radiant side are just so far behind. Visage and Crystal Maiden level 8 and level 9 apiece. and that is just underwhelming. They are basically food in these team fights.
And CM just falls off real hard at this point. If she doesn't have BKB or big items to let her get off her ult, what's she actually going to do? She just gets Lucent Beam, then they focus her down, and she dies very quickly. Whereas Chen and Wisp both are very strong right now. Here we go.
Hook shot forward from Bone 7. They'll finish off Visage to start off this fight. That food is yummy. Doom goes down shortly after. ZXC, he is just so squishy. Yeah, he's got that relocation tool, but he is an easy target to take down. Wisp relocate out. That'll be a 4 for nil. The only one to survive is the Clinks because, well, he wasn't there.
You know, I'm starting to think maybe we got it wrong. Skeleton King may not be the Doom counter. It may be the Wisp. Pylai he just tethers up to... They Doom Envy, right? Which was also way too late because he'd already used his ult anyway. But they Doom him, he starts to drop, and then the Chen mechs while he's tethered, and the Wisp just completely turns the fight around for the Luna.
Yeah.
Had full HP. Like, she got doomed in that fight. Doesn't look like she got doomed. I don't know. But yeah, that Doom was way too late. There is finally an Orchid on the Clinks. Tries to kill Sing Sing mid. Won't be enough damage, but they're losing base while this is happening.
Yeah, they've already burned the glyph. Tier 3's fallen. Racks are obviously under heavy pressure. The Doom ultimate is down. This is a difficult hold. Cloud9, they won't even press their luck. They know they're in great shape, and Envy is getting pretty fat at this point. They will turn around and do a bit of damage. There's the relocate out.
The send back.
Or pardon me, the send back, not the relocate. But too many reposition tools.
So many ways to get her out of trouble, though.
That's true. Chen and Wisp, you don't see them together that often, but with both of them, but between the relocate or the test of faith, your carry should be pretty safe most of the time.
So with the Hand of God, and the mech, if they're tethered, that is 600 heal from the Hand of God, and from the mech, it's what, another 500?
Mm-hmm.
So plus the HP regen, just from the bottle charges with. So Envy has like an extra 1100 health in theory if they get off the full Hand of God mech combo while tethered, and the Wisp can actually use all the heal, which isn't always the case. Normally the Wisp isn't going to be at like 1 HP, but you still get a lot of that extra heal anyway.
Yeah. Now Bone 7, another interesting item choice on the Clockwork. Blade Mail into Sanj and Yasha, and I think it's okay here because they're so far ahead. They're looking for a big mid-game presence, but an item you just don't see on Clockwork all that often.
Yeah, this is we're ahead. I can buy whatever I want, pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. EE keeping things pretty standard, though. Manta Style and Helm of the Dominator after the drums. Sing Sing, Manta Style, drums as well. So everyone else going reasonably standard here. Medallion and Force Staff to go with the gem on the Chen, and Pylai die. He now has a Vlad's, an Ogre Club, and those core items, the bottle, magic wand, all that good stuff.
Oh, the Retry are not in position to defend this. They'll back, but all their lanes are getting pushed in now.
Yep, and Cloud9 will just pressure using that Manta.
They just forced 5 TPs back.
Yep.
That's pretty bad.
All they used was a Manta cooldown from the Mirana. That's it.
Yeah, now they can just farm the enemy woods, TP top, farm their own woods. And the Retry will be afraid to leave their base because of how good Cloud9 are at getting pickoffs with the relocate and with the Clockwork.
And vision is just non-existent.
That is like the definition of space created right there.
Yeah, they've got one ward down outside the Radiant Ancients, but they do not feel safe moving into their jungle. If they had a ward up on the plateau, that would make things a little bit easier, but of course it is barren on both sides of the coin. And the Dire do have a ward down in the jungle as well, so if they step too far out, they may get caught off guard. Bone 7 hiding in the tree line, looking for an opening. He'll see Nubic.
They're smoked up on the Retry, trying to make a play. Maybe they get someone mid, but Sing Sing's invis. Oh, they're actually going to miss him. This could turn out well. If they find the Luna Wisp, this is like the ideal 2 heroes, but you have to be careful about the relocate Envy out.
Oh, no, and they'll take the left path while C9 go right.
But Envy's sticking around. He's really banking on the Wisp backup. Look at this positioning from Pylai Die. It's like they know it's coming.
Yeah, and Moonlight Shadow as well. EE throws the Eclipse. And oh no, Doom comes out on Pylai Die. Their plan will get thwarted. Luna falls. Clinks grabs the bonus gold. Crystal Maiden gets picked off by the Mirana though. Plenty of support is inbound. Clinks and Invoker get cleaned up. It's a 1 for 5. Oh boy.
And that was with the relocate out not working. And Envy died, but it just doesn't matter. He got off the Eclipse, he did a lot of damage, and yep, that's too much. They're just too far behind at this point. Down 20k gold, 25k experience.
Yeah.
Big plays from Cloud9, but again, I do have to commend Pylai Die's positioning. He really, he knew it was coming. He's just hiding in the trees. Sure, he gets doomed there, and the Envy ends up dying, but it bought enough time for the fight to just turn around. And also good reactions from Envy getting off his Eclipse very quickly.
Yeah, you were exactly on point. It seemed like they were almost aware that that was coming. Everyone's missing off the map. Envy was just ready for it, and Wisp nearby as well. Now there's no glyph available for the Radiant side. Tier 3s are falling all over the place. Top lane of Rax will get cleaned up by Luna's bouncy glaive. Tier 3 in the bottom's already gone down. Say goodbye to mid. Double Centaurs coming after the Chen. Clinkz will actually death pact one of them to slow down this push just a bit. But now Doom, he gets arrowed in the mid lane, and he will fall. No ultimate available anyhow. ZXC hops forward. He wants this Wisp, and he will find it. It'll cost him his own life, but at least he gets a little bit of vengeance on Pylite die. Visage dies, and Sing Sing will actually get killed as well. That's a 1,200 gold bounty. That was Sing Sing's first death this game.
While that was happening, the Clinkz died bottom, and now there's a hook shot in from Bone 7, diving the well. Screen's gonna live. Bone 7's gonna feed, I believe. Feed 7. No, he force steps out.
With the cogs.
He's gonna live. Is there a Sunstrike? Buyback Sunstrike? No buyback Sunstrike.
He has the buyback.
Game's over, you might as well.
Yeah, exactly. And, oh, there's the Doom ultimate out on Eternal Envy. Shen doesn't have the mech for another 15.
Oh, don't leave PGG hanging like this. Come on, Invoker. What you doing?
Oh, there's the GG. They say PGG. Good game.
PGG indeed.
PGG.
Please, good game.
Please, good game. But, well, not a bad game. Again, the retry, they put up a good fight early on. If we take a good glance at this, oh, too late. But the gold graph was pretty even for a while, and then all of a sudden it was just a bad team fight and nosedive in favor of Cloud9. But before then, it was a pretty even game.
Yeah, it was close. They played well through the laning stage, but where they really struggled was not protecting the Clinkz. The Clinkz died. Part of it was his own bad positioning and just over-aggressive play. It was great pressure that Cloud9 put on, and they killed him. He went 2-0 in his lane, then he ended the game like, what was his final score? He was 3-8, and that one kill he got was at the end when the game was pretty much already over.
Yeah.
Died 4 or 5 times in a row after going 2-0 in the lane.
Very
he should have just rotated into the enemy jungle, or just what he tried to do was he tried to gank mid, but then he just gave up on the idea very early and just went back to bottom lane.
Yeah.
He showed himself in the lane too much, and they just punished him with hook shots and with arrows.
And it's a big deal because with that early start, if he could have gotten a really early Orchid, say maybe by like the 12-minute mark, then he could have moved around, created space around the map, and maybe changed the way that mid-game pace was.
They had no pressure. Like, last game we saw Shadowblade Doom, who couldn't create a lot of space, but without a Shadowblade, how much can Doom really do? They have to smoke with 3 or 4 heroes to get the kills. Clinkz was their space creator in the mid-game, and he had a bad start. So, well, a good start, but then a bad follow-up, I should say.
Yeah,
and that was it. So I guess now Cloud9 in good shape, 5-2. They still got some tough opponents ahead. Got to finish top 4 to move to the LAN finals, but we've got 2 more games coming up, right?
Yes, I do, but I think we're gonna have a switching caster. I believe the plan was for Gods and Gods and I was gonna say Gods and LD, Gods and Merlini to take over the helm, but
yeah, let's go rouse. I guess we have to rouse them.
Yeah, may have to go shake the bed a little bit.
Sleeping it off.
Earthquake.
Rough night of drinking last night for Merlods.
Mertubi.
Merlods.
Merlods. So, yeah, coming up next, guys, will be Rock's Kiss versus MYM. Then after that will be Empire versus Relax. So still some decent games coming your way, but that's it for the 2 of us today. Plenty more Starladder action coming your way. Day 20 of Starladder Season 9 EU will resume. Thank you for joining us here on Beyond the Summit. We'll see y'all after this short break.